Hey y'all, I had two quick updates on Travis Decker. The hunt is still on for him as of 7:57, July 16th, 2025, Eastern Standard. First, I'm going to take you to my YouTube channel and show you this short that's going to give us an idea of what he sounds like, which is important for awareness. All right, y'all, I've been sent new audio of Travis Decker. I wanted to make sure to share this so you can all get an idea of what his voice sounds like. I turned it up so you could hear it better, so here it is.
Your Honor, I think it's important that these girls get the opportunity to be with their dad. I also think that it's important for them to understand a little bit about the world.
That audio was recorded from a custody hearing in September of last year. Now, during that hearing, Decker was fighting to keep custody of the girls on weekends.
Keep in mind that he didn't sign the custody agreement, I'm assuming because he didn't agree with it.
He also claimed he never did anything unsafe with them.
Make sure you're subscribed so I can keep you up to date on this case and many more. So there we get an idea of what his voice sounds like, and I wanted to share this article with you as well. So this article is from the Daily Mail. It is an exclusive, and it is from today. It was last updated at 12 p.m. today, and it is titled Exclusive. See the spine-chilling pictures of Forest Homicide Camp where Travis Decker brutally slaughtered his three little girls and what he left behind. It reads, it could not be more picturesque. A natural beach on the glacial Icicle Creek backdropped by the towering pines and flowering shrubs of the Okinawan Wenatchee Natural Forest. But the beauty of this Washington State riverside clearing hides a dark reality. This is the isolated campground where homicide dad Travis Decker allegedly committed homicide on his three daughters and where their bodies were discovered on June 2nd. According to court papers obtained by dailymail.com, the bodies of Peyton 9, Evelyn 8, and Olivia 5 were discovered with their heads stuffed into plastic bags down what is described as a small embankment close to their father's abandoned white GMC truck. The same report notes that the remote campsite, which sits half a mile past the National Forestry Service Rock Island campground and down a tunnel-like track, was strewn with zip ties and plastic bags. Exclusive dailymail.com photos show those bags and zip ties have now been removed, but a weathered orange tent and a blue cooler remain. Former soldier Decker, 32, has been homeless since last fall, and the camp bears unmistakable signs of a lengthy stay. Among them, discarded leaflets showing Memorial Day deals from local grocery stores, Albertsons, and Safeway. A log has been pulled up close to a recently used fire pit, complete with a small log pile, while the 32-year-old appears to have erected a makeshift lean-to next to a tree towards the back of the clearing. DailyMail.com also found a fresh bullet casing close to the tent. A possible explanation for the Chelan County Sheriff's Department continued insistence that Decker should be considered armed and dangerous. So this is a picture of the tent. It reads, isolated campsite nestled in the tranquil backdrop of the Okinawan Wenatchee National Forest, where Travis Decker is believed to have committed homicide on his three young daughters, Peyton 9, Evelyn 8, and Olivia 5. At the crime scene, an orange tent and a blue cooler were left behind. Decker, 32, who has been homeless since last fall, has been on the run since May 30th after he took the girls for his routine visitation. After he didn't come back with them at the scheduled time, their mother and his ex-wife, Whitney Decker, contacted the police. The girls were found with their heads stuffed into plastic bags and zip-tied down what is described as a small embankment close to their father's abandoned white GMC truck on June 2nd. Both the bags and zip ties weren't at the scene when DailyMail.com arrived. DailyMail.com also found a fresh bullet casing close to the tent, which was photographed in exclusive photos and could give insight into why the Chelan County Sheriff's Department has insisted that Decker should be considered armed and dangerous. Inside the weathered orange tent that was left behind by Decker when he went on the run, He also left behind his wallet and his truck, which had 2 bloodied handprints and had personal items, including blankets, car seats, and food in the tailgate. A log has been pulled up close to a recently used stone fire pit, complete with a small log pile. Since Decker was homeless, it's unsurprising that the campsite showed remnants of a lengthy stay, with discarded leaflets showing Memorial Day deals from local grocery stores, Albertsons, and Safeway strewn throughout the area. A makeshift lean-to out of tin and wood that is propped up against a large tree, presumably made by Decker, is located towards the back of the clearing. The campsite was located about a half-mile past the National Forestry Service-run Rock Island campground. The campsite also faced a stunning view, showing a natural beach in front of the fire pit on the glacial Icicle Creek, backdropped by towering pines and flowering shrubs. The former Army soldier is now hiding out in the Wenatchee Mountains, a rugged stretch of peaks that stretch for 50 miles across central Washington state and runs north to the Canada border. On Monday, authorities believed they had a breakthrough when they confirmed the sighting of a suspicious man on the trail, but by Wednesday, Sheriff Mike Morrison said they had yet to apprehend the fugitive, despite finding clues that could match Decker's presence, like footprints. Decker has been on the run for 2 weeks, disappearing on May 30th after collecting his 3 children from the Wenatchee home of their mother, Whitney, who's 35. After he failed to return the girls the following day, a search was launched for the children, only for it to end in tragedy when the bodies were found just before 4 p.m. on June 2nd. Along with zip ties and plastic bags, police said the tailgate of Decker's truck appeared to have 2 bloodied handprints on it and noted that it contained personal items including blankets, car seats, and food. Decker had also left his wallet behind. The former military man is now believed to be hiding out in the Wenatchee Mountains, a rugged stretch of peaks that stretch for 50 miles across central Washington state and run north to the Canada border. On Monday, police raised hopes of a breakthrough when they revealed a man matching Decker's description had been spotted close to the Blewett Pass, approximately 15 miles south of the Rock Island campground and the tiny Bavarian-inspired town of Leavenworth. But hopes of a speedy resolution were dashed on Wednesday when Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison said they had yet to apprehend the fugitive, despite being on his trail and discovering personal items and footprints that could belong to him. Morrison also said his team will be focusing on the criminal case and leaving search operations in the hands of the U.S. Marshal's Office and Border Patrol. He added, quote, "We believe that we're closing in on his trail. There is nowhere he will be able to go. We don't have units waiting for him," unquote. There's the pictures we just looked at. Morrison continued, quote, "You got to be perfect every single day, Travis. We only have to be perfect one day." Complicating the search is the rough terrain, which includes mountain peaks up to 9,500 foot, most of which is blanketed in thick alpine forest. Adding to the difficulty is the fact that the bearded dad of 3 is a former soldier who is also an experienced survivalist who once spent 2 months living off-grid in the backwoods. According to ex-wife Whitney, Decker has been suffering from mental health issues in recent years and was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Still, Whitney told police she didn't believe Decker was dangerous and said he loved his daughters. She said the girls had a, quote, "good relationship with Decker and enjoyed their time with him," unquote, and noted that he never failed to return the girls before, according to a police affidavit. Whitney added that when Decker went to pick the girls up for the visit on May 30th, he was, quote, "quieter than usual," unquote, which was, quote, "out of character," unquote, for him. He also had allegedly been talking about getting rid of his dog due to housing and financial struggles. Speaking exclusively to DailyMail.com in an interview published on Wednesday, Decker's older brother, Thomas, said that the alleged killer is not the man he knew and saw just a week before the homicides. Quote, "The guy on the wanted poster for the homicide of my 3 nieces is not the brother I know," said Thomas. Quote, "I can't even comprehend what's going on. I am in complete shock. that he would do something like this. He loves his daughters. At least I thought he did. And Whitney is devastated beyond belief, unquote. This is a very short article that was released about an hour ago that I wanted to share with you. It reads, as the manhunt for accused triple homicider Travis Decker enters its second week, the focus of search efforts appear to be shifting away from Chelan County and into neighboring Catias County. The 32-year-old is wanted for the kidnapping and homicide of his 3 young daughters who were last seen with Decker on May 30th when he picked them up for a scheduled visitation. At a press conference last Thursday, law enforcement officials reported they had recovered a number of clues which still have them closing in on Decker's whereabouts. The Catias County Sheriff's Office is asking residents and visitors to the Tenaway Valley and the southern side of Blewett Pass to remain vigilant for anything out of the ordinary as search crews increase their activities in these areas. Law enforcement is also reminding citizens that Decker should be considered armed and dangerous and not be approached or confronted if spotted. Just as I was finishing this video and milking the goats, new wanted poster came out. It shows a close-up of some of his tattoos and updated photos. Please take note and share where you can. I want to thank you for watching this quick update. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out.